Self-improvement presence. Top 08 good qualities and bad qualities for interview. Having an interview is both a good and bad thing, depending on what you are being interviewed about and who you're interviewing. If your interviewer seems to take a while to get through the questions, that can be a positive sign as it shows they have done some research and understand the position. However, if their question sounds tricky one or two steps ahead, then that could be a negative. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and how we play football, or in this case, manage interviews, will either boost us or hurt us. It is important to know which qualities are helpful and which aren't when conducting interviews. Understanding the types of qualities needed for the job, and no matter what happens during the interview, these things will keep you calm and help you focus on solving the problem at hand, not proving yourself wrong. These qualities will also help you grow as a person and make you feel better about yourself. Number 1. Anticipate problems. A strong candidate anticipates problem situations and has strategies to deal with them. This is very important because as a manager you will be relying on this person to get the job done, so they should at least try hard to make things go well. If a situation arises that seems impossible or looks bad for your company, then it's totally okay to ask what people are going to do about it, and how they plan to handle it. The more prepared someone is for such situations, the better. This could mean telling others what needs to be done, recruiting help, finding resources, etc. It also means having lots of proof and data to back up your arguments. People may feel overwhelmed, but there are always ways to lower their stress levels. It's easy to talk about all the great qualities in someone, but looking beyond their surface makes for powerful interviewing. Number 2. Make a good first impression. As mentioned before, your initial impressions matter. If you are not sure what to do or how to act during an interview, look at it as practice for being in a situation where you have very little information about someone but still need to make a positive impression. This will help you come up with something simple that seems natural and authentic. For example, if you found out today was your job interview, then going through your routine would be a great way to start things off. Before you know it, you'll be giving your speech and talking about yourself like a pro. Keep in mind that while this is important, it is not the most crucial part of the process. What happens after the interview is much more influential in determining whether you get the job or not. Number 3. Be friendly. Being friendly is one of the most important qualities to have in your life, including when you are looking for employment. When going through the process of interviewing for a position, people will spend some time getting to know you, which can be quite personal. So how much interpersonal skills you have really matters. It's not just about being nice to other people, it also means having enough internalized self-confidence to believe that you are good at what you do and that you deserve to succeed. You should feel confident in yourself and your abilities. If you don't, then chances are someone else won't give you the opportunity to show them how well you perform under pressure. Being friendly isn't only needed during an interview, but all year long. After working with someone for months or even years, there's always something new they could teach you. And while they may not necessarily promote you, chances are they'll help get you another job somewhere else. Number 4. Communicate well. When interviewing someone, you need to be able to communicate with them effectively. You don't want your potential employer to think that you are not friendly or can't talk to people. You will probably have to speak to several members of staff during an interview, so being able to relate to others is very important. Being able to listen as well as speak also helps you in this area. It is easy to become distracted when talking about things that matter to you, which could negatively affect how well you communicate. If you feel nervous, try to take some time before the interview to relax and gain confidence. Number 5. Be a good listener. As mentioned before, being a good interviewer is not only about asking great questions, but also listening to the answers that you get. This is particularly important when interviewing someone for a position in their company or organization. Asking excellent questions helps determine if an applicant has a true understanding of the job and what it takes to succeed in it, but having a conversation with them goes beyond that. You want to hear how they would handle different situations at work, what matters to them personally, and whether or not they would be able to fulfill the responsibilities of the position. Being a good listener gives people credit for who they are and encourages them to open up, which both help promote trust. It also shows interest in other people's lives and experiences, which can make you feel better about yourself. If you don't know something about the job, ask about it. Don't just assume things because you have never seen them done that way before. If there are ever times when you do not understand something, speak up and try to figure out why, then look into it more. Your colleagues will talk about the job and what it was like, so chances are others share similar knowledge as you do already. Number 6. Be a good time manager. A lot of people have a bad habit of leaving work at the end of the day very close to quitting. It is important to keep hold of your job, but also be conscious of how much time you spend working. It can be difficult when you are in a team setting, as there will be times when someone else could take over some of your responsibilities, which would make it easier for them to do their jobs. This could be due to poor communication or them being more involved in the process than you, so they could handle certain tasks better. Or maybe they manage their personal life better than you do, making it easy for them to leave the office before you get back from lunch. Whatever the case may be, try to remember that you have a job too. Make sure you understand what your role is and who depends on you to perform it. Don't feel like you need to stay until everyone has left unless this is part of your employment contract. If you want to leave, don't hang around outside the office, go somewhere else that is safe for you to be alone for a while. If possible, avoid spending money if you're hungry or thirsty, otherwise, buy something expensive to compensate. Don't put off going home because you think there won't be anything open here when you get there. Number 7. Be a good team player. Teamwork is an essential quality in any field, including business. In fact, you will probably find it to be a requirement rather than a perk. As such, being a good team member comes with great responsibility. Your colleagues are likely to look up to you at some point, so make sure that they can trust you fully. Set high standards and strive to achieve them, but also keep yourself organized and do not hesitate to ask for help when needed. Never assume someone else will take care of things, as this could put unnecessary pressure on them. Keep communication open and work towards having productive conversations about issues. It's easy to talk about what you want, but living by your words is another thing entirely. Being able to show how you apply your beliefs in practice is one of the most important qualities in anyone. Consistency is key here. If you say you are going to do something, then do it. Don't let people get away with assuming that you are working hard without proof. Number 8. Be honest. Being honest is one of the most important qualities to have in an employer-employee relationship, or any kind of relationship really. You will find that as you grow closer to someone, they will learn about your true self, which can make them feel more comfortable around you. Being honest also helps you gain the trust of others. If you are willing to be real and tell people what you want from them, then they will believe you when you say you want their best interest at heart. As mentioned before, being honest is very valuable in the workplace. If you are not sure how to address something with a colleague, speak honestly about it and see where things go. If there is ever a situation where you are unsure if something is legal, ethical, or moral, do not hesitate to ask someone who knows better to help you determine what is right.